We are enjoying a beautiful afternoon at Blue Spring State Park. We're going to take a boat tour. We're going to go through this little house up here. I think this is the owner, or the man that originally owned all of this land. And then take a look at the beautiful clear water. Through all these little shrubs. It's just a beautiful day.
Not too cooperative. What'd you do? They hear the boats, they go under. When they're cold and miserable, we can get the boat right next to them and they won't move. But the places to look for the gators today, look in between the pond lily leaves for alligator eyeballs and the ends of their noses. Look for them on the buried in the floating vegetation. They look like tire treads. And So, alright, so there is a great blue heron in front of us, right up here on the right-hand side. See where this tree is falling down? Look on the other side toward the tree line. You got the big bird. The great blue heron. He eats a lot of fish. He also eats baby birds, baby rabbits, baby alligators, mice, rats, gophers, snakes, frogs, lizards. That bird will even swallow a hard-shelled turtle. Everybody got it? Okay, tour's over. Hope you had a good time. Seen an alligator. Alright, you guys know the name of the river you're on this morning? That's it, the St. John's River, longest river in the state of Florida, 310 miles long. Anybody know our claim to fame here on the St. John's River?
It flows north.
You're right, it flows north all the way to the ocean. One of the few rivers in this hemisphere that actually does that. Most rivers in this hemisphere flow south to the ocean. This one does the opposite because, think of the simplest answer ever, and that's it.
Elevation.
Downhill, yeah. 23 feet of a gradual decline over the 310 miles of the river. Just enough to cause that inversion for a northward flow. Some people will tell you it flows north because Georgia sucks. That is the wrong answer. That would be the University of Florida. 9,000 square miles of Central and South Florida land drain into the rainwater from that landmass drains it elsewhere. This is the anhinga over here on the right. Anhinga. A bird so nice they named it twice. Some people call the anhinga a piano bird. See the white pattern on the back of the wings? When their feathers are wet, you don't see that white pattern. A lot of people call it a snake bird. They swim underwater and spear their fish. That skinny little head and neck pop up out of the water. People think they look like snakes. And then the really old-fashioned common name, you see that gator head floating in the pond lilies across from me on the right? See that eyeball right there across from me in the lily leaves? Can't see it? Still good? Yeah. Those are in South Florida. They're starting to move up into Melbourne, though.
See it.
You guys up front find that gator head floating in the lily leaves?
Yeah.
Well, cowbird. No, it's a different egret. It's a cattle egret. It's smaller than this one. Yep. So this is one of the birds they almost hunted to the point of extinction. Their feathers were used in ladies' hats, late 1800s, early 1900s. And at one point in time, a pound of egret feathers was worth twice the price of gold. Well, thank you. All right, yep, the steamboat industry. Once that, is that a gator laying on that log over there on the right? I do believe it is. Oh, yeah. Could be seeing things. Sometimes I do. Yeah, it is a little bit bigger. think you're right. I think it is a limpkin. Right there in front of us on that whole snag coming up out of the floating vegetation. That bird preening itself. The limpkin. The bird that eats apple snails and freshwater mussels. Pretty easygoing, laid-back birds. As long as you leave their apple snails alone.
What's the bird's name again?
Limpkin,
Yeah.
Supposedly they got that name in the 1700s. People thought they had a funny little walk like a limp. Limping right along. The river starts chilling between 65 and 68 degrees. That's when the manatees start heading in towards Blue Spring. The spring itself stays 72 degrees year-round. That's the temperature of the water as it pumps up out of the ground. And that spring can pump up to 100 million gallons a day into the river. The manatees can go into cold shock and die with the water temperature at 63 degrees. So you can see why that spring is important for their survival. They still have to come out in this cold winter river to feed. Big manatees can handle cold water up to 3 days. Younger, smaller manatees, 6 hours.
Ooh.
I think that's a GPS buoy sitting up there in front of us on the right. See that little white bobber in the water? The manatees that have been, I see the gator. I see it on the right, but I'm not going over there because we're coming up on this manatee. The manatees that are raised in captivity, when they release them, they outfit them with the GPS because they want to make sure that they're coming out here in the river to feed. And they also want to make sure that they know how to find. You got the turtle on the log right there? They also want to make sure they know how to find the warm water when the river gets cold so they don't freeze to death. These look like cormorants up here on this left side. And they are. Cormorants, they have, people say, how can you tell the difference? The cormorant has a wider beak with a hook on the end between the anhinga and the cormorant. See the hook? This bird swims underwater and grabs its fish. Cormorants are also stockier with bigger heads and shorter tails. These are the double-breasted cormorants to your left. So we tell people, if you see these walking around back there, let us know. That's what the turkeys look like, mobile needs. But I know it's hard to look back in the woods, but try to look back in there because sometimes we see deer, pigs, raccoons, foxes, from time to time, bears and bobcats. One of our tour guides who were lucky enough to find a Florida panther on tour. That was a rare sighting. I told him it was a bobcat because it's nice that way. Yeah, you can add monkeys to the list. Last winter we saw a big old monkey out here 4 different times. We had a hog out here one time. It was black and white. We'd see it every once in a while. People would say, "Is that, you have cows in the woods?" It was so big. And it was black and white too. So. Yeah. It's total. Oh yeah. They kill hogs. They're
Fish in there. Just chilling.